If you are an entrepreneur, a creator, or someone looking to build a brand that stands out, you are in the right place. In this episode, we are diving deep into a crucial part of building your brand, the create phase. We cover the foundation that will make everything else possible. So let's get right into it. Since 2006, I've launched multiple consumer brands across the sports, lifestyle and wellness industries. From a fitness app to a ready-to-eat meal delivery service, an active wear line and even a physical lifestyle space with a gym. And over the years, we have helped over 100,000 people transform their lives. Building a brand is a lot like getting into peak physical shape. If you have done it before, you know it takes discipline, commitment and a unique approach. The process is demanding, but with the right mindset and the right steps, your chances of success increases dramatically. That's why I created the Outcome Flywheel. Now let's break down the first critical phase of building a brand, the create phase. This is where you set the stage for your brand's future. Everything you do from here is based on the foundation you create today. But before we get into the details, let's talk about something important, your personal brand. It's possible to build a business brand that's separate from your personal brand. But I believe that doing so is a missed opportunity. Your personal brand can be the most powerful catalyst for your business brand, especially in the early stages. From both a business and personal perspective, it's crucial to separate the two in the long term. However, in the beginning, your personal brand can drive momentum and credibility, creating that initial traction. Your personal brand connects with people on a human level. The key is to use your personal brand to build a strong foundation and then ensure your business can stand independently in the future. This is why I believe an entrepreneur should also be a creator. And a creator should also be an entrepreneur. The true potential lies where these two worlds intersect. So let's dive back into the flywheel and get the first step of brand creation. Take position. What should you build attention for? The first thing we need to consider is what kind of associations do we need to create? This is all about positioning. Positioning is about owning mental territory. When we talk about positioning, we are asking why should someone choose your brand over any other? Think about Apple, creativity and innovation. Volvo, safety. Nike, pushing human potential. What does your brand stand for? Positioning is about defining the one thing you want to be remembered for. It's not just about being visible, it's about being remembered for the right reasons. When someone thinks about buying running shoes, for example, is your brand the first one that comes to mind? That's the power of positioning. Positioning happens on two levels, fundamental and tactical. Fundamental positioning defines your long-term role in the market. Apple isn't just a tech company, it represents challenging the status quo. Volvo isn't just a car brand, it's about protecting lives. Tactical positioning, on the other hand, is more flexible and product specific. It highlights why a particular product or service should be chosen over alternatives. While fundamental positioning answers who are we as a brand, tactical positioning answers why should customers buy this product. Apple's fundamental positioning is innovation, but tactically iPhone is positioned as the ultimate smartphone for seamless integration and premium design. Nike's core message is just do it. That fundamental positioning remains the same across all their marketing. But tactically, they might market running shoes for speed, basketball shoes for agility, or yoga apparel for flexibility. Every campaign aligns with their broader identity, ensuring consistency while also adapting to specific market needs. To craft effective positioning, you need to address three core dimensions. The first one is customer. Who are you targeting? And what do they truly want? Deeply understanding your audience is the foundation of strong positioning. What are their pain points, needs and aspirations? What motivates their decision? Positioning begins with empathy, identifying how you can solve their problems better than anyone else. The second dimension is about the company. What do you offer and can you deliver? Your positioning must be rooted in what your business can provide. What are your strengths and how do they align with what your customers value most? It's not enough to promise something, you must have the resources, expertise and commitment to deliver on that promise. And the last dimension is your competition. Who else is competing for your audience and why are you relatively different? Evaluate the alternatives your customers have. This includes direct competitors, but also substitute solutions or even the option to do nothing at all. Why should customers choose you over them? Pinpoint your unique approach, the thing that only you can provide, and leverage it to stand out in a crowded marketplace. But positioning is not enough. You need to come to mind at the right time with the right association. To make this more concrete, you can use so-called category entry points. Category entry points are the mental triggers that remind customers of your brand when they are ready to make a decision. Think about Coca-Cola. When do people think about buying a Coke? Hot weather, a meal at a fast food restaurant, a road trip. These are all category entry points. Specific situations, needs or emotions that trigger brand recall. Your brand must be associated with as many entry points as possible. The more entry points you can own, the more chances you have of being chosen. By identifying and reinforcing these moments, you increase the likelihood of being remembered when it matters most. But the question is, how can you stand out and attract attention to your brand? If people don't notice you, they won't remember you. Your brand needs to stand out while also fitting in. It must be both distinctive and familiar. Think about the thousands of brands competing for attention every day. If your message looks and sounds like everyone else, it gets lost. But if your branding is different, people may not understand what you offer. The key is finding the right balance, standing out while still fitting into your category. Most markets are crowded and customers already have brands they trust. To make an impact, you need to answer 3 critical questions. Question 1, how do you get people to notice your brand? Question 2, how do you ensure they remember you? And question 3, how do you make sure they think of you when they are ready to buy? Red Bull is a great example. Their brand is built around extreme sports and high energy events, which make them stand out. But they still fit within the energy drink category, making it easy for customers to associate them with their need for an energy boost. To be remembered, your brand needs recognizable elements, what we call distinctive brand codes. These are things like logos, colors, taglines, and even sounds that create instant brand recognition. Think of the McDonald's golden arches, Coca-Cola's red and white color scheme, or the Nike swoosh. The more consistently you use these elements, the stronger your brand memory becomes. Beyond logos and colors, your brand's signature brand aesthetics define the overall vibe, the emotional response it evokes. But no amount of good marketing can compensate for a bad experience. Your product must deliver the value it promises. Your number one focus in the business should be to solve a real problem or satisfy a need for your customer. This unique value should be reflected in every aspect of your offering. Sales is the exchange of value. Products aren't successful in the long term because we are great at selling them. They are successful because they deliver the outcomes they promised. Now that we have covered the essentials, it's time to put it into action. Here's what you need to focus on in the create phase. Define your positioning. What is the one thing you want to be known for? Identify and own your category entry points. Ensure your brand is remembered at key decision moments. Stand out while fitting in. Make your brand unique yet recognizable within your category. Develop distinct brand codes. Use logos, colors and other branding elements consistently. Create a strong brand aesthetic. Make your brand something people feel, not just recognize. And deliver undeniable value. If you found this video valuable, hit like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what stood out to you the most. In the next episode, we will cover the grow phase, where we will discuss how to ensure your brand gains traction, drives sales, and increases market share. See you next time.